It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders on Thursday night.
What's the deal, y'all?
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Landover. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Chase Young bringing him down there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, the old SMU Pony Express, that was not, Kate. That was a pitch anticipated by this defense, who had personnel in place to stay well ahead and greet him rather quickly.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. On the return, here's Mims. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina, and before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure, every guy that's drafted can make every throw, but how special are those throws? How much accuracy, how much zip? When it comes to Spencer Rattler, dude's got a live arm. It isn't the arm or the skill set that saw him fall to the 5th round. It was some of the ups and downs in college. And when given a chance and the right supporting cast, he does have elite arm talent.
Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. From the 46. This finds Cooks complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rattler. And the Commanders get home. They drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Daniels from the pistol. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Again, Daniels to the air. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, "You have a tight end with his hand on the ground?" "Yes, coach." "You have a fullback still on your roster?" "Yes, coach." "Then you're going to be just fine."
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 8. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Rattler. Complete beyond the marker. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They are throwing it again. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. He'll throw it yet again. This is reeled in by Kamara. This is ahead for about 5. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. From the red zone now. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Daniels off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of two ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done, or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints and wide receiver Brandon Cook set to take over now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 26 on 2nd down. Hits him on the out route. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Rattler back to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Another run for Kamara. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing is Rattler. This finds Cooks, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Running back sent in motion. Now Rattler. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. Rattler to the air now. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Daniels on 1st down. Ertz reels it in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake here, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. the Commanders, with a chance to boost their lead. Again, Daniels to the air. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down from the red zone. Has a man, it's Ertz. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Looking to throw, Rattler. Olave with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Here's Rattler. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Here we go, third and less than a yard. They go play action here. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. This is complete to Olave. And he gets him around 6 there. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders polling in front after 2. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rattler setting to throw. Into traffic, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway. 2nd and 3 now. They motion the slot man right. 2nd and 3. Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Rattler gets this to Johnson. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. He'll throw it yet again. Gets this one to Shaheed. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing his Rattler. Connects with Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running back sent in motion. Completed to his running back. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. This finds Cooks, complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels from the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Daniels on first down. Finds his target, Robinson. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've got first down from the 31. Now Daniels to throw. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down from the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Gallup there to haul it in. And that's a Washington touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after watching their passing attack taking the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They go play action on 1st. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of Olave. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Kamara, and he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Rattler to the air now. He finds Johnson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. Catch made by Cooks. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it again here. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Rattler back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Rattler setting to throw. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. A toss now to Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Sending a receiver left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. From the red zone now. It's taken in by Eckler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Robinson up the middle. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. It goes down as a gain of nothing on the run, and now they're left with 3rd and 14.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Piniero's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Rattler. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So it'll be second down.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. This is complete to Olave. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're 1st. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st. They send him left out of the slot. They are throwing it again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. Still one more in their pocket to use. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. Caught at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Looking for an open man.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints cut it to a field goal game. Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! All right, partner. Well, they have momentarily, at the very least, pulled this game back from the jaws of defeat. Now they have to get the kicker within range to tie it and force the extra frame.
Hey, you know that kicker is so ready. Just ran out there and delivered the picture-perfect onside kick. Now, on offense, go get them down there. Put him within range, and he's going to drill it, no problem.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. One final shot here. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from DC.